If farmers are considering getting into dairy calf to beef, where they should source their calves, we generally recommend is from local farms. Ideally, this would be the best place to go in terms of building up a relationship with a local dairy farmer, where you can source calves from a known source regarding genetics, health status, etc. every year, rather than moving through marts. Calves, I suppose, are generally an animal with a lower immunity, so 2 to 3 week old calves standing on a mart every day for maybe 12 or 14 hours, coming home in a truck wet, doesn't bode well for managing the issues such as pneumonia, scour, mixing with other calves who may be sick, etc. So we would try and recommend that farmers would talk to maybe local dairy farmers who would have suitable calves for sale and have a regular source each year. In terms of what are the advantages of building a relationship with a dairy farmer, we would say there's probably 2 to 3 main areas. I suppose the first one is knowing the genetics of your calf. Ideally, you would like to maybe look at what the cow type the farmer would have. We would say maybe try and avoid crossbred herds, stick to more herds with more Holstein and British Friesian genetics. I suppose you can always look at the farm stock bull, or you can look at the AI codes they've used on the straws and the beef bulls. You can put it into the ICBF animal search and detect what kind of calibre of bull has been used. Ideally, if you're looking at a bull, you will be looking for a positive figure in terms of carcass traits. So we would always say look for a positive figure of around +10 or near enough that in terms of a beef bull that's being used on the farm. In terms of if there's a Friesian bull, obviously it's going to be a negative figure for carcass traits because it's bred for milk, but we try and get as close to 0 as possible in terms of carcass traits for the Friesians. Another advantage of sourcing calves directly from farm would be the knowledge of the colostrum intake of calves. Generally, we would be hoping that calves would have had their adequate intake of colostrum, probably 3 litres in the first couple of hours after birth. And this is essential in terms of the future health and development of the calf. A lot of tests that have been done over the years have shown that in a lot of cases, calves are not getting adequate levels of colostrum, and working in a relationship with a dairy farm that you know is doing a good job with these calves, ensuring that they have that proper level of adequate colostrum is essential in terms of bringing a healthy calf onto your farm. Looking at our green acres farmers, in terms of what we've learned with them for the last year, I would say that they're definitely moving towards more sourcing calves directly from dairy farms. We had a couple of the farmers in the past year who had been sourcing calves from between 20 and 40 different dairy farms. These are mainly sourced out of marts, dealers, etc. Generally, these farmers ended up with a lot of herd health issues, particularly with pneumonia, which resulted in high vet bills and also some mortality on the farm. So typically we see that the less sources you have, the less herd health issues you're going to have on your farm. Also in terms of vaccination policy, I suppose that farmers are moving towards vaccinating their calves, generally for RSV and PI3. They're the 2 main sources that will have an impact on the health on your calf, and we'll be promoting this vaccination policy as a rule on all these farms.